Recording with you. So currently what you see is that I have opened two websites. Currently what you can see is I have opened two websites in front of you. First one is code.org. The other one is scratch.mit.edu. So both these websites help us to learn the process of coding using a block-based programming language. Which based? Block. You know the word block, B-L-O-C-K. You know what does this word mean, right? Block means like the puzzles that you have, they have very small blocks in them that you have to join them together. And that gives you complete layout of the picture. Similarly, the coding in the block-based language, it also works almost in a similar way. What you have to do is you have to use the blocks very creatively so that you can try to solve the problem. Let's say there are different types of block here that I can pick and choose from. So I can use all of these blocks that I need and I can just simply solve my problem if I am. So the coding that we are learning is basically a block based programming.
Sir, can you repeat this all again?
We have to do is we have to use a block-based programming language. So this block-based programming language is something like this one, in which you need to have these different blocks here. You need to set up these all these blocks that are available in your windows in a way that it can help you to complete a task or it can help you to solve a problem. Let's say that this character needs to take 2 steps and reach to this goal. So if I use move forward only once, it's going to move forward 1 step and stop in the middle. And if I use another move forward, it's going to complete the whole task and reach the first spot. So block-based programming, the basic purpose here is to explain about the block-based programming. The block-based programming works just like the puzzle. All we have to do is use the correct blocks, place them at the correct position, run once you have placed all of these things together. And once all of these things have been placed together, they are going to solve a particular problem for you. So let's say this problem here was that we needed to take 2 steps to reach this goal. So these 2 steps move forward, they are going to help us to solve this problem. Similarly, the Scratch is also kind of a block-based language. I will show you how it is a block-based language. And this code.org, it has like every type of coding practices for the kids. Like kids can learn the block-based coding here. They can learn the JavaScript here. They can learn some of the Python also. So it's like a bigger environment which is available here for the kids. So kids can learn a lot of coding techniques on this website, code.org. Just need to identify, or maybe what you can do today is open these websites and bookmark them here, bookmark this tab and write their names here. Like this is code.org. So I have made it as a bookmark, and similarly I'm going to add Scratch as a bookmark as well. So let's click on this bookmark, Scratch, done. Now what you see when I open a new window, you see this Scratch and code.org easily accessible from my first page. I can just click on them and they would readily open on my screen. So both of these, code.org and Scratch, they are going to help us learn coding. Both of them are block-based B-L-O-C-K, block-based programming techniques in which you can create blocks and you can start working on them. Once you open this Scratch website, please follow with me what I am doing so that you can download Scratch onto your PC. Okay. So for that, what you are going to do is scroll down on the Scratch website, scroll down, go to this resources block and click on download here. Okay. So once you click on this download button, it's going to take you to a page.
मम्मा
It is
हाँ
going.
कुछ नहीं हो रहा सही
Uswa, is everything all right? Uswa, is everything all right, bache?
can you repeat all this again? I actually started so late.
Okay, no problem. I will explain that again. If you ever feel a problem, you can tell us that you are having a problem and I'm here to help. I hopefully would help.
Okay.
Okay. So I told two things first. First is that open these two websites. First website is code.org. Once you have opened this website and it opens up like that, you can click on this star button to make it as a bookmark. Click on done once you are done here. Similarly, go to another website which is scratch.mit.edu. So once you have opened the Scratch website, do the same thing again, like bookmark it and done. So now you have bookmarked both the websites that we are going to very frequently use to learn coding.
Can you please wait?
Sure.
Sir, what to do with the code org? I missed it.
Let me explain you what to do there. Okay. So once you are on this scratch.mit.edu website, the next thing that you need to do is just go down, 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 and go to this resources portion. Here you would find this download button. Click on this download button and you would be able to download Scratch by clicking on this direct download button, and you can download Scratch onto your PC. So while this is downloading, Uzail, how are you? Sorry, I didn't see that you. I guess you have joined. You have just joined us, right?
Fine, sir.
I'm fine, sir.
So what's your full name?
Huzail Shajilani.
Huzair Shajilani.
Uzail Shah Jilani. Why are you so shy of me? I'm not a girl.
Sir, I cannot speak English.
Okay.
Sir, I can know English. Speaking.
ओके चलिए मैं आपको उर्दू में आपसे बात करता हूँ उज़ैला मुझे बताएं कि आप कौन सी क्लास में पढ़ते हो 2 में और आप कहाँ पे रहते हो लाहौर में या किसी और शहर में सॉरी
सिंध में
सखर
सक्कर में और आप कौन से स्कूल में जाते हैं
ऑक्सफोर्ड ग्रामर पब्लिक हाई स्कूल
चलिए अब आप कोडिंग पढ़ेंगे आप तो अपनी थोड़ी सी गेम्स भी बनाएंगे और वो गेम्स आप सबके साथ शेयर भी करेंगे अपने फैमिली के साथ मामा के साथ बाबा के साथ कजिन्स के साथ तो वो आपकी जो छोटी छोटी गेम्स आप बनाएंगे उन गेम्स को खेल भी सकते हैं उसके लिए आपको मैं भी बताता हूँ कि आपने क्या करना है
ओके सर
ओके आपने चैट में चेक करना है मैंने 2 लिंक्स भेजे हैं आपको वो दोनों लिंक्स खोलने हैं और उन वेबसाइट्स को देखना है अच्छा so this website here that is code.org I will teach you how can you create your account here first okay सबसे पहले आप ये देखेंगे आप लोग इसके ऊपर अकाउंट्स कैसे बनाएंगे having an account here on these websites is going to help you to share your work with other people आप इसके ऊपर जब अकाउंट्स बना लेंगे तो आप आसानी से गेम्स जो आपने बनाई है या जो कोड आप कर रहे हैं उससे आप दूसरों के साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं so that like you have made a game and you want your cousins your family to play that so you can share it with them so that they can start playing it okay so uske liye what you need to do is you need to sign into this code.org website so for that is very simple that is like the simplest thing of all It's only 3-step process. But you need only 3 steps. First, go to this website code.org. सबसे पहले इस वेबसाइट पर जाएं. On the right side you will see the sign in button. सीधे हाथ पे आपको sign in का बटन नजर आएगा. इसको क्लिक करें. Click this button. उसके बाद you do not have an account, so आप यहाँ create an account पर click करेंगे. Click on this create an account button. This one. Do not sign in. Do not continue with Google or anything. Just click here which says create an account. Okay. After that, अगर आपका पहले से कोई Gmail ID है, if you already have a Gmail account, Isaac, do you want to ask something, बच्चे? Okay, I guess no. If you already have a Google account means if you already have a Gmail account, what you can do is continue with Google here, and you will open up an account in which you can sign in simply by adding your email ID and password. Or up, you can see the interface is changed a little. So now you are seeing that studio.code.org here instead of code.org. Now you see studio.code.org/1. So here, what you can see is there are different courses available for you. There are different projects available for you. यहाँ पर आपको नजर आएगा कि आपके पास different courses और different projects हैं. But what you need to do is click on this course catalog button. इस कोर्स कैटलॉग बटन को दबाएं और उसके बाद यहाँ पर बहुत सारी क्लासेस हैं और ऑफ कोड की. देयर आर ग्रेड वाइज कोडिंग प्रैक्टिसेस एज वेल. तो वी विल बी यूजिंग सम ऑफ दीज एक्सरसाइजेस टू लर्न ऑन हाउ टू कोड. तो हम इनमें से कुछ ना कुछ एक्सरसाइजेस यूज करते रहेंगे कोडिंग सीखने के लिए. सो दैट इज वन थिंग, दैट वन रिसोर्स दैट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज. code.org वो पहली रिसोर्स है जिसे आप यूज करेंगे. इसके बाद दूसरी रिसोर्स है स्क्रैच. The second resource that you have is Scratch. अच्छा, अब Scratch is a little different from code.org. आप लोगों ने Scratch डाउनलोड कर ली, आपके पास यहाँ पे बॉटम पे it would start appearing here on the your browser's bottom or in its downloads. So what you can do is just click on this one to install it on your PC. Mohammed Bilal, are you saying something? Because I can't hear it. Or do you want to say something? Nothing. Great. Very good. So this installation process is very simple. Click here on this downloaded file that you have downloaded. उसके बाद choose इन दोनों में से कोई सी भी. Choose any of these two options. They also work same for you. So I am using anyone who uses this computer because I have the admin rights to it. So everyone that I want would be using this. That's perfect for me. All I need to do is after this step, click on install, and it is going to take like 2 to 3 minutes, and it's going to install onto your PC. See, it's very fast. By the time this green line goes here until the end, so we have to have it installed. So let's just wait for it, and it's going to install. Won't take quick. See, it didn't take that long. It installed very easy. So once we are here, you need to check, make sure that this one is ticked, this one is checked. यहाँ पे अगर आपको चेक नजर आ रही है, टिक नजर आ रहा है, तो फिर आप इसे फिनिश कर देंगे. और इसी तरह आपका स्क्रैच इज गोइंग टू ओपन ऑन टू योर कंप्यूटर विंडोज. ठीक है, so you would see a scratch window opening on your computer. It says scratch is loading. Once it has loaded completely, you would see that you have already got scratch here. Acha, now let's talk about some of the areas that are there in the scratch. So firstly, what you see is this block here on the right side. Let me mark something here. So this area here, you see this brown area that I had just put a rectangle around, this one. This area is called stage. What do we call it? Repeat it with me. What do we call this area? This area is called,
Stage.
yes, this area is exactly stage, and
It's
this,
called stage. Stage.
yeah, it's stage. So this character here, this one, or any character that you see on your screens, do you know what do we call them? Any any guesses? No, these characters are,
Right.
yes, these characters are called sprites. What do we call them?
Sprite.
So let's say that you don't want this cat to be in the
Right.
game. You don't want this cat to be in the game, so you can change it and change it with another sprite. So in order to select a new sprite, you need to click here on this small cat icon, and once you click it, you would see that there are a lot of characters that you can pick and choose from, right? And you can also see that what different costumes do they have. Costume is like different shapes they have. Like the centaur, this can have these different poses that it is making right now. Okay. Similarly, this catcher is going to have these different poses that it is making right now. Cheesy Puffs does not have any other poses. This chick, see, it also have some different poses that it can have. Similarly, this cat has this poses and this cat does not have any poses. So all of these are called sprites or the characters for your game or maybe your animation. So you can have your own character if you want, and you can have these characters doing something on the screen. Let's say that we want to add a background because this is kind of like white here, and I don't want the background to be white. I want the background to be according to the theme of my game. What I can do is change the background here. So in order to change the background, you need to select the backdrops area, click on choose a backdrop, and you can choose a backdrop that fits your theme. So does this backdrop theme fit with my ballerina? Let's see that if I ask my character to dance on screen, so she would be doing something like that, right? So now does this background suit with what she is doing? So we need to choose them very wisely. So that is like one of the examples, but you can have anything that you want and anything that you want to do, you can use it. For example, I can use this person, this person, this person also. If I want her, say, let's say that I want her to moonwalk on this stage. You know what moonwalk is? Moonwalk is like this character is going to move backwards. It's going to move behind towards this side, but it would look like that she's moving forward. So what we are going to have is again do the same thing. Ask it to move backwards. And once he's moving backwards, we are going to ask it to keep changing its costume. And let's just make sure that this girl does this forever. So she's moonwalking right now. And it's going to go up. Pick it up and start somewhere else, and she keeps doing that again. So this is like the process of using the coding in Scratch. You can use multiple these different blocks here, and these blocks are going to help you do different things. Like the first block here, it is about the motion. So if you want to make your character to move somewhere or look into some direction, you're going to use this motion tool for it to understand that where this character needs to move, where this character needs to go. And then there is looks portion. The looks portion has like a quite many uh, blocks here. All these blocks are here so that We can make our character say something on the screen, think something on the screen, change its costumes. Let's say that this character has these costumes, so we can make her to change her costumes every time. Similarly, that is related to the backdrops as well. If we want to keep changing the backdrop like that, we can use the next backdrop button. Similarly, some of the times we want the character to change its size, we can do that as well. Some of the times we would want them to have a normal size, so we can use that as well. And then there is this show and hide buttons. When you are creating a game in any way you want to hide your character, you can hide that and show that using the options that you get in looks portion. Similarly, there is a sound portion for anything that is related to sound. There is an events portion. I will explain you what the events are in our third lesson. So let's not get into them very clearly. Then there is control blocks that help you to control how your characters behave on screen. Then you have sensing to sense if the colors are touching, if one color is touching another color, if a character is touching another color, and all that. Then we have operators, variables, and my blocks. My blocks are basically there if you want to create your own blocks. So any block that you want to create for your own sake, you can have it here through the my block. That is like not. So these are some of the blocks that we might be using, and that is the environment of your Scratch. On the right side, you have a stage. Here you have the characters. Characters are called sprites. From this portion, you can change the background if you want. And this area, this white area here, this white area is called the coding area. So all the code you have to put in here. And on this left side, there are code sets available. Any code set that you bring in here would be able to work. Okay, like that. So that is how the Scratch is going to work, and I would explain you about the code.org in the next lesson. The code.org is like much simpler than that. It has event-based operations for us. We can use these event-based operations to learn about how do we code or how do we make games as well. So that is it from today's lesson. If there is anything that you guys want to ask, you can ask now.